The origin of yawning and its evolutionary role. Yawning is a universal behavior observed not only in humans but also in mammals, birds, fish, and even reptiles. This indicates that yawning likely evolved from a common ancestor over 200 million years ago. One of the leading theories about why yawning persists is its role in cooling the brain. When the brain's temperature rises, yawning helps bring in fresh air, which cools the brain and maintains optimal functioning. Additionally, yawning often occurs when people feel tired or bored, and it is believed to promote alertness and enhance concentration. Therefore, yawning is not just a sign of boredom, it is a physiological mechanism that helps keep the brain in its best condition. The contagious nature of yawning and how it works. Yawning is highly contagious. Seeing, hearing, or even reading about yawning can trigger a yawn. This phenomenon, known as contagious yawning, is not unique to humans. It also occurs in social animals like chimpanzees, dogs, and cats. Research suggests that contagious yawning is related to empathy and social bonding. The brain's mirror neurons, which activate when observing another person's actions, play a key role in this process. Interestingly, people are more likely to catch a yawn from family members and friends than from strangers. This suggests that empathy is stronger in close relationships, highlighting the social importance of yawning. The physiological mechanism of yawning and its link to health. The exact mechanism behind yawning is not fully understood, but it is known to involve neurotransmitters and hormones in the brain. Dopamine, serotonin, and acetylcholine are some of the key neurotransmitters that trigger yawning. These chemicals are responsible for regulating sleep, wakefulness, and mood, which explains why yawning is closely linked to these states. Excessive yawning, however, can be a sign of health problems, including oxygen deficiency, fatigue, stress, or neurological disorders, such as stroke or epilepsy. Therefore, frequent yawning should be taken seriously as a potential indicator of underlying health issues. Dogs recognize themselves through scent, not sight. While dogs don't recognize themselves in mirrors like humans do, they have their own way of self-recognition using scent. In an experiment, dogs were presented with canisters containing their own scent, as well as altered versions. The dogs spent significantly more time sniffing the altered version, indicating that they recognized the original scent as their own. This test, known as the mirror test for scent, shows that dogs have a strong sense of self-awareness, but it is based on smell rather than sight. For dogs, scent is a key identifier, and they use it to understand not just themselves, but also the world around them. These detailed explanations provide a glimpse into the incredible abilities, emotions, and senses that make dogs such fascinating and complex animals. Each of these traits highlights the depth of their adaptability, intelligence, and the unique bond they share with humans. Why metal is dangerous in microwave ovens, and exceptions to the rule. Placing metal objects in a microwave oven can cause sparks or fires. This happens because microwaves are reflected off metal surfaces, creating localized high currents that can ignite sparks. Thin metals like aluminum foil are particularly prone to this effect. However, certain microwave-safe metal containers and specially designed accessories such as grill plates can be used safely. These items are engineered to handle microwave energy without causing dangerous reflections or sparking. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions when using such products. Iron shapes. Earth's structure. Iron is the main component of Earth's core, making up about 35% of the planet's total mass. Most of this iron is concentrated at Earth's center, while only a small fraction is found in the crust. Iron is a special element in the universe, as it is formed during the final stages of a star's life cycle. For this reason, it is sometimes called the signature of a dying star. On Earth, iron is crucial for infrastructure, tools, and vehicles. It is also an essential component of hemoglobin in our blood, which transports oxygen throughout our bodies. Visual information reaches the brain in less than 0.1 seconds. The time it takes for visual information to travel from the eyes to the brain is less than 0.1 seconds. Light entering the eye is converted into electrical signals by the retina, which are then transmitted to the brain via the optic nerve. This speed is exceptionally fast and plays a critical role in our reaction time. Additionally, the brain has the remarkable ability to fill in missing visual information. For example, even if part of the field of vision is obscured, the brain uses past experiences and surrounding context to predict and create a complete image. Types of volcanoes and their characteristics. Volcanoes are classified into three main types, each with distinct characteristics. Shield volcanoes. These have gentle slopes and are formed by low-viscosity lava spreading over large areas. Mauna Loa in Hawaii is the largest example on Earth. Stratovolcanoes, known for their beautiful conical shape, like Mount Fuji or Mount Vesuvius, these volcanoes often produce explosive eruptions. They are formed by alternating layers of lava and ash. Lava domes. These form when highly viscous lava slowly pushes upward. Japan's Showa Shinzan is an example, where locals observed its formation in real time. Understanding these types helps scientists predict volcanic behavior and plan disaster mitigation. Proper storage methods to preserve carrot freshness. Proper storage is essential for keeping carrots fresh. When storing carrots in the refrigerator, wrap them in damp kitchen paper and place them in a plastic bag to retain moisture. For carrots with leaves, it's best to remove the leaves first, as they draw moisture from the root, causing the carrot to dry out. The leaves can be stored separately and used in soups or stir-fries. For long-term storage, carrots can be frozen after peeling and cutting into sticks or slices. Blanching them briefly before freezing helps preserve their color, texture, and nutrients, making them ready for quick use in meals. The evolution of the basketball and its design advancements. In the early days, a soccer ball was used for basketball, but its slippery surface made precision difficult. The development of dedicated basketballs introduced leather construction, although these early versions were also slippery. In the 1950s, orange basketballs were introduced to improve visibility for players and spectators. Modern basketballs are made from durable synthetic materials or rubber, with variations designed for indoor and outdoor use. Official NBA and FIBA basketballs undergo rigorous testing to ensure uniform bounce and optimal grip, contributing to consistent performance in professional games. The seam and spin of the ball are key to the game. The cricket ball, made of hard leather with a prominent seam, is central to the game's strategy. Bowlers use the seam to create irregular movement or impart spin, making it challenging for batters. Seam bowling causes the ball to change direction slightly after bouncing, while spin bowling uses heavy rotation to alter the ball's trajectory unpredictably. In addition, environmental factors like pitch conditions and weather play a significant role. High humidity can benefit swing bowling, where the ball moves through the air, while dry pitches favor spin. The interplay of player skill and natural conditions makes cricket a highly strategic sport. Sears Tower is struck by lightning more than any other building in the U.S. The Sears Tower, now called the Willis Tower in Chicago, stands at approximately 527 meters tall and is one of the most lightning-struck buildings in the U.S. It is hit by lightning over 50 times a year. The height of the building makes it a natural target, as tall structures tend to concentrate the electric field between the ground and storm clouds. Modern skyscrapers, including the Willis Tower, are equipped with lightning protection systems. These systems include lightning rods and conductive frameworks that safely direct the energy of a lightning strike into the ground, preventing damage to the building and ensuring the safety of occupants. Other buildings, such as the Empire State Building in New York and the Washington Monument in Virginia, also experience frequent lightning strikes and employ similar protective measures. These systems showcase how engineering advancements mitigate the risks associated with natural phenomena, especially in urban environments. Some ants practice farming. Leafcutter ants, which are found mainly in South America's tropical regions, are famous for practicing a form of farming. These ants cut pieces of leaves and carry them back to their nest. However, they don't eat the leaves themselves. Instead, they chew the leaves into a pulp and use it as a substrate to grow a special type of fungus. This fungus serves as their primary food source. In a way, leafcutter ants have perfected agriculture, just like humans, by cultivating their food. This behavior evolved over millions of years, highlighting the sophisticated survival strategies of ants in the natural world. Picasso relied on more than just vision to create art. Picasso had a unique style of creation, using not only his vision, but also his sense of touch and intuition. As a leading artist of the 20th century, he produced groundbreaking works in painting, sculpture, and ceramics. Particularly in his sculptures and ceramics, the tactile experience of directly handling materials was essential to his process. Picasso once remarked, "Art is not just what the eyes see, but what the mind and body feel." This approach contributed to the development of Cubism, his revolutionary technique that depicted objects from multiple perspectives, earning him worldwide recognition for his innovative methods. Fluorine as a highly reactive but tooth-protecting element. Fluorine is one of the most reactive elements in the periodic table, capable of reacting with nearly all other elements. In its stable forms, it plays a vital role in health. Fluoride strengthens tooth enamel, preventing cavities, and is commonly added to toothpaste and drinking water. Fluorine compounds are also important industrially, used in non-stick coatings like Teflon and as refrigerants. Its reactivity and versatility make it a significant element in medicine, technology, and everyday life. Avocados are a versatile ingredient in both sweet and savory dishes. Avocados are one of the rare fruits that work equally well in savory and sweet dishes. They are widely used in recipes like toast, salads, and guacamole, but can also be incorporated into smoothies, ice creams, and desserts. Their creamy texture and subtle nutty flavor complement various cuisines and dietary preferences. Unlike many fruits, avocados' adaptability makes them a staple for health-conscious cooks looking to create balanced and flavorful meals. More muscle mass leads to stronger bones. The force exerted by muscles pulling on bones acts as a crucial stimulus for strengthening bones. When this force is applied, it triggers bone cells to increase bone density. Resistance training and weightlifting, in particular, benefit not only muscle growth, but also bone health. For example, muscle training is recommended to prevent osteoporosis as people age. Studies have shown that individuals with greater muscle mass tend to have stronger bones and a lower risk of fractures, illustrating the symbiotic relationship between muscles and bones. Antioxidant components in carrots and their benefits. Carrots are rich in antioxidants, including beta-carotene, which is known to protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, helping to prevent aging. They also contain vitamin C and vitamin E, which work synergistically to boost immunity and maintain skin health. Purple carrots are particularly high in anthocyanins, which strengthen blood vessels and help prevent arteriosclerosis. Each color and variety of carrot offers unique antioxidant properties, making them versatile for different health needs. Measuring time with light. The principle of atomic clocks. One of the most accurate timekeeping devices is the atomic clock, which measures time based on the wavelength of light emitted by specific atoms. For instance, the cesium atom's frequency of 9,192,631,770 oscillations per second defines 1 second. This high-precision timekeeping is essential for GPS systems, communication networks, and scientific experiments. Research into optical clocks, which use laser light for even greater accuracy, is underway. These advancements play a fundamental role in supporting modern infrastructure and pushing the boundaries of time measurement. Elephants consume large amounts of food and water. Daily elephants require around 150 kilograms of food and over 50 liters of water every day. They spend the majority of their day eating grass, leaves, and fruits due to their low digestion efficiency, which necessitates consuming large quantities to meet their energy needs. Compared to other animals, cattle eat around 25 kilograms of grass daily, far less than elephants. Camels can survive without water for days, while elephants need constant access to water. This massive consumption means elephants can only thrive in habitats with abundant resources, making them key influencers of their ecosystems. The microwave oven was a serendipitous invention from military technology. The origins of the microwave oven trace back to radar technology developed during World War II. The magnetron, a core component of radar systems, generates high-frequency electromagnetic waves for military use. In 1945, Percy Spencer, an American engineer, noticed that a chocolate bar in his pocket melted while he was testing a magnetron. Intrigued, he discovered that microwaves could heat food. This led to the development of the first commercial microwave oven, the Radar-Ainge, by Raytheon in 1947. Early microwave ovens were massive, standing about 6 feet tall, weighing 750 pounds, and were prohibitively expensive, limiting their use to restaurants and military facilities. It wasn't until the 1970s that household microwave ovens became widely available. Medieval Europeans believed dogs had healing powers. During the Middle Ages, dogs were often seen as healers, and their saliva was thought to have medicinal properties. The belief was so strong that some hospitals allowed dogs to lick patients' wounds, thinking this could aid in healing. While medieval medicine is far removed from modern science, recent studies have shown that dogs' saliva does contain certain enzymes that can help kill bacteria, which might explain the origins of this medieval belief. In addition, dogs were often given as gifts to comfort the sick, a precursor to therapy dogs today. Salt's cultural significance around the world. Salt has cultural importance beyond its use as a seasoning. In Japan, salt is considered sacred and is used in Shinto rituals and funerals as a purifying agent. In Europe, salt has historically symbolized friendship, with traditions like offering bread and salt to welcome guests. In India, Gandhi's famous Salt March protested British salt taxes and became a symbol of the independence movement. These examples highlight salt's significance not just in culinary traditions, but also in social and historical contexts. Proper storage of salt and its scientific basis. While salt is considered an easy-to-store ingredient, it has a high tendency to absorb moisture and odors. Proper storage is essential to maintain its quality. Salt's hygroscopic nature causes it to clump when exposed to humidity, so it should be stored in an airtight container with a desiccant. Additionally, since salt absorbs odors easily, it should not be stored near strong-smelling items, such as other spices or in the refrigerator. Following proper storage practices helps preserve the flavor and quality of salt over time. Elephants are playful animals. Elephants enjoy play, not only as calves but also as adults. They are often seen splashing in water, tossing branches, or playing with rocks. This playful behavior reflects their high intelligence and emotional richness. In comparison, dolphins and parrots also engage in play, but elephants' large size and physical strength allow for bold and unique types of play. Play is also a critical way for elephants to strengthen social bonds within their herd. Grill pans. Expanding the possibilities of frying pans. Grill pans are specialized frying pans with ridged surfaces, ideal for creating grill marks on foods like steaks or vegetables. These marks enhance both the appearance and flavor of the dish. Compared to traditional frying pans, grill pans are designed to drain excess oil, making them a healthier option for cooking. Many grill pans are compatible with stovetops and ovens, providing flexibility for diverse cooking methods. Their unique design elevates home cooking to a professional level. Oil paints are traditionally made from natural materials. Oil paints are primarily made from natural pigments and plant-based oils. These pigments often come from minerals, plants, and even animal sources, resulting in vivid colors and rich tones. For example, ultramarine blue, derived from the precious stone lapis lazuli, was once more valuable than gold and highly prized in medieval Europe. While modern synthetic pigments are now widely available and more affordable, many artists still favor traditional natural pigments for their distinctive texture and classic appearance. Dogs were sacred in ancient China's imperial court. In China, certain breeds like the Pekingese were considered sacred and were kept exclusively by the imperial family and nobility. Pekingese dogs were treated like royalty, even given servants and elaborate ceremonies in the palace. Legend has it that these dogs were believed to carry the souls of royalty. These sacred dogs were often carried in the wide sleeves of royal robes and were bred to have lion-like appearances, symbolizing bravery and strength in the imperial court. Cats have a sense of time. Cats possess an accurate sense of time, which allows them to anticipate daily routines, such as meal times. Their internal clocks are finely tuned, helping them adapt to human schedules and even learn specific patterns of behavior. This skill is likely inherited from their wild ancestors, who relied on precise timing for hunting and other survival activities. Bees use spatial memory to return to their hive. Bees can navigate long distances and still accurately return to their hive thanks to their remarkable spatial memory. They memorize landmarks and features of the surrounding terrain to orient themselves. Additionally, they use a sun compass, which helps them determine direction based on the sun's position. Even on cloudy days, they can detect polarized light to locate the sun and navigate effectively. This combination of spatial memory and solar navigation is crucial for bees to forage efficiently and transport resources back to the hive. Salt's ability to enhance umami flavors. Salt has the unique ability to enhance the natural flavors of food. By stimulating taste receptors on the tongue, it balances sweetness, acidity, and bitterness, creating a harmonious taste. In fermented foods like miso, soy sauce, and cheese, salt interacts with amino acids to produce a strong umami flavor. Proper use of salt can significantly enrich the overall taste of dishes. Why influenza spreads in winter? Cold and dry conditions. Influenza spreads more easily in winter due to cold and dry conditions that favor the survival and transmission of the virus. In cold environments, influenza viruses can survive longer in the air. Additionally, lower body temperatures can weaken the immune system, making people more susceptible to infection. Dry air in winter also weakens the mucous membranes in the nose and throat, which are the body's first line of defense against viruses. When these membranes dry out, it becomes easier for viruses to enter the body and cause infection. In contrast, during humid summer months, the virus does not survive as long in the air, which helps to limit its spread. This is why winter sees the peak of influenza outbreaks. Bees keep their hives cool through air conditioning. During hot summer months, honeybees actively cool their hives through a behavior akin to air conditioning. Worker bees gather near the entrance of the hive and fan their wings to circulate air and lower the internal temperature. Additionally, they collect water and spread it inside the hive. As the water evaporates, it absorbs heat, further cooling the hive. These actions prevent damage to larvae and honey caused by high temperatures and demonstrate the bees' sophisticated environmental management skills. E. coli and immune regulation in the gut. E. coli plays a crucial role in regulating the immune system as part of the gut microbiota. Around 70% of the body's immune cells reside in the gut, and their interaction with gut bacteria, including E. coli, helps maintain proper immune function. In a balanced gut environment, E. coli produces substances that suppress inflammation and stimulate the immune system to defend against pathogens. However, when this balance is disrupted, it can lead to immune dysfunction, increasing the risk of allergies and autoimmune diseases. This highlights the direct connection between gut health and overall immunity, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a healthy gut environment. Octopuses use ink to confuse their enemies. When threatened, octopuses release ink to disorient predators. This ink, composed mainly of melanin, is expelled through the siphon. It serves two primary purposes: first, as a smokescreen to obscure the predator's vision, and second, as a chemical irritant that temporarily impairs the predator's sense of smell and taste. Octopuses can also shape the ink cloud to mimic their own form, creating a dummy to distract the predator while they escape. This dual-purpose defensive strategy highlights the octopus's ability to outsmart its enemies. The fusion of light and art and its potential. Light is creatively utilized in the field of art, particularly in light art, where it serves as a central element of expression. This art form employs LEDs, lasers, and projection technologies to create dynamic installations and performances. Famous examples include building illuminations during festivals and interactive light-based exhibits. Light-themed art pieces represent the fusion of science and art, offering audiences new sensory experiences and perspectives. Light art continues to push boundaries, blending technology and creativity in unique ways. Muscles are key to maintaining proper posture. Muscles are essential for standing upright and maintaining good posture. The spinal erectors, transverse abdominis, and pelvic floor muscles are particularly important for providing balance and stability. When these muscles are weak, the body may struggle to maintain proper alignment, leading to postural issues like slouching or excessive arching of the lower back. Poor posture can contribute to back pain, shoulder stiffness, and even reduced circulation, causing fatigue. Incorporating core exercises and stretches into your routine can strengthen these muscles, improve posture, and alleviate related discomfort. Superstitions and rituals. Before soccer matches. Many soccer players follow specific pre-match routines or superstitions. For example, former England striker Gary Lineker famously avoided urinating on the pitch during a match. He ensured that he always used the restroom during warm-ups as part of his game day ritual. Similarly, Argentina's Diego Maradona had a habit of stepping onto the field with his right foot first and making the sign of the cross before the match began. These rituals often serve as a way for players to calm their nerves and build confidence, acting as a mental preparation tool before stepping into the competitive arena. Dogs use yawning as a form of communication. Yawning isn't just a sign of tiredness in dogs. It can also be a way of communicating stress, discomfort, or a desire to calm down. Dogs may yawn in unfamiliar situations as a way to signal relaxation or to try to diffuse tension around them. Interestingly, yawning can be contagious between humans and dogs, which some experts believe is a sign of empathy or social bonding. The player who accidentally scored an own goal. In a 1994 World Cup qualifying match, a player accidentally scored an own goal by kicking the ball into his own net. The player intended to clear the ball away from his goal to prevent an opponent from scoring, but in doing so, he inadvertently sent the ball past the goalkeeper and into the net. The player was understandably upset and immediately apologized after the game, but this rare own goal significantly impacted the match's outcome. It remains one of the most memorable and unusual moments in soccer history. Octopuses reproduce only once in their lifetime. Octopuses are semelparous animals, meaning they reproduce only once before dying. Female octopuses lay eggs and then spend weeks guarding them, often foregoing food entirely during this period. They protect their eggs until they hatch, sacrificing their energy and ultimately their lives in the process. Male octopuses typically die shortly after mating as well. This life strategy, known as Big Bang reproduction, dedicates all available energy to ensuring the success of the next generation. It is similar to the life cycles of salmon and certain insects, providing a fascinating example of diverse reproductive strategies in the animal kingdom. The evolving compatibility of frying pans with induction cooktops. Induction cooktops rely on magnetic fields to generate heat, which requires frying pans to have magnetic properties. While iron and stainless steel pans work seamlessly, aluminum and copper pans traditionally do not. To address this, modern aluminum and copper pans now often feature induction-compatible bases with added layers of stainless steel or iron. These designs preserve the excellent heat conductivity of the original materials while making them usable on induction cooktops. To maximize efficiency, it's essential to use pans with completely flat bottoms, as any warping can reduce heating performance and lead to uneven cooking. Recovery time after influenza infection. Influenza symptoms typically improve within 1 to 2 weeks, but full recovery can take longer, especially for the elderly or those with pre-existing conditions. People with weakened immune systems may experience prolonged recovery times. Secondary infections, such as pneumonia or bronchitis, can also occur, complicating recovery. To aid recovery, doctors recommend plenty of rest and hydration. Persistent fever or difficulty breathing should prompt immediate medical attention to prevent further complications. Picasso's full name is extremely long. Pablo Picasso, born in Malaga, Spain, was one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. He worked across various disciplines, including painting, sculpture, ceramics, and stage design. His full name is Pablo Diego José Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Crispin, Crispiniano, María Remedios de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz Picasso, reflecting the deep Catholic traditions of Spain. In Spanish culture, it is customary to give children multiple names honoring family members and saints. Picasso often joked about his long name, showcasing his humor and charm. Interestingly, while his name was elaborate and steeped in tradition, his artistic signature, simply Picasso, was concise and modern, symbolizing the coexistence of innovation and heritage in his life and work. Picasso built enormous wealth through art but left no will. Picasso was an incredibly prolific artist, producing an estimated 50,000 works during his lifetime. His art was celebrated worldwide, earning him immense wealth. However, when he passed away, he left no will, leading to a lengthy and complicated dispute over his estate among his family and associates. Picasso valued personal freedom and disliked being confined by formalities, which may explain why he chose not to draft a will. This incident reflects not only Picasso's approach to life, but also the challenges of managing the legacy of such a monumental figure in art history. Multifunctionality of a cat's whiskers. A cat's whiskers are sophisticated sensory tools, deeply embedded with nerve endings. They help cats measure tight spaces to determine if they can fit through and sense subtle changes in air currents, aiding navigation in the dark. Whiskers also play a role during hunting, allowing cats to detect their prey's movements. Observing your cat's whiskers can even reveal its mood. Forward-facing whiskers may indicate curiosity, while flattened ones might signal fear or aggression. Boron as a hard and lightweight element. Boron is most commonly found in nature as borax or boric acid compounds. It is extremely hard and lightweight, making it ideal for use in bulletproof vests and spacecraft materials. Boron is also essential in the production of heat-resistant glass, which is used for laboratory equipment and oven-safe cookware. In addition to its industrial uses, boron is a vital micronutrient for plants, aiding in their growth and playing a significant role in agriculture. Dogs played crucial roles in ancient human survival. In ancient hunter-gatherer societies, dogs served as hunting partners, guards, and even helped with transportation in some cases. Dogs' excellent sense of smell and hearing made them invaluable for tracking game and alerting early humans to danger, especially at night. This partnership likely gave human hunters a significant survival advantage, helping them find food and stay protected from predators, and cemented the dog's place as a vital part of early human communities. Ants use memory to locate food sources. Ants are not driven purely by instinct. They also possess an impressive memory. Studies have shown that ants can remember the locations of food sources and the surrounding terrain. When a worker ant finds food, it not only leaves a pheromone trail for others to follow, but also memorizes landmarks and the arrangement of objects around the food site. This allows the ant to return efficiently to the same spot later. By using their memory, ants significantly improve their food-gathering efficiency, demonstrating a level of cognitive ability that is quite remarkable for such small creatures. Optimal temperature settings for refrigerators and freezers. Do you know the recommended temperature settings for refrigerators and freezers? For refrigerators, it's around 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees, and for freezers, it's approximately 18 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees. These temperatures are ideal for maintaining food freshness while preventing bacterial growth. If the temperature is set higher, food may spoil faster, and if it's set lower, energy consumption increases. Keeping the right temperature ensures your food stays fresh longer and helps save on electricity costs. Dogs are the first domesticated animal in history. Dogs hold the unique title of being the very first animal domesticated by humans, with evidence suggesting this happened over 15,000 years ago, possibly as early as 30,000 to 40,000 years ago. Archaeological findings indicate that ancient wolves, the ancestors of modern dogs, began associating with human campsites, possibly drawn by leftover food. Over time, these wolves grew more comfortable around humans and developed traits that made them less aggressive and more cooperative, paving the way for the modern dog's domestication. Tuna in sport fishing. Tuna is not only a prized food source, but also a popular target in sport fishing. The ultimate game. Fish tuna, especially bluefin and yellowfin tuna, are considered trophies in sport fishing, known for their size, speed, and strength. These fish are highly sought after in regions such as the United States, Australia, and Mediterranean countries. Catching a tuna requires significant skill and endurance, making it a dream challenge for anglers. Record-breaking tuna. In 2012, an Atlantic bluefin tuna weighing 678 kilograms was caught in Canada, setting a record and highlighting the sheer size and strength of these incredible fish. For instance, catch-and-release sport fishing has become a popular ecotourism activity in the Mediterranean and Atlantic regions, promoting environmental awareness while providing an exciting recreational experience. Diversity of E. coli strains. When people think of E. coli, they often imagine a single type of bacterium. In reality, E. coli comprises a vast diversity of strains, including beneficial ones that act as resident bacteria in the human gut, and harmful pathogenic strains that can cause disease. For example, while typical E. coli in the intestines help produce vitamins, strains like enterohemorrhagic E. coli, O157, and enterotoxigenic E. coli, E-tech, produce toxins and have unique mechanisms of infection. These differences arise from genetic variations and adaptations to different environments. Understanding the diversity of E. coli strains is crucial for disease prevention and developing targeted treatments. Salt's preservative properties and historical role. Salt has been a crucial preservative throughout history due to its ability to draw moisture from food and inhibit microbial growth. This property made it indispensable in ancient times, with Egyptians using salt to preserve mummies. In medieval Europe, salt was so valuable it was called white gold and formed the basis of trade and taxation. The Roman Empire even built salt roads to facilitate salt transport, contributing to economic and societal development. These historical contexts highlight the indispensable role salt has played in human civilization. Optical communication technology and its future potential. Optical communication uses fiber optics to transmit information at high speeds. This technology leverages the principle of total internal reflection, enabling light to travel long distances with minimal signal loss. Compared to traditional copper cables, optical fibers offer better signal quality and resistance to interference, forming the backbone of internet and telephone networks. Future advancements, such as quantum communication, aim to harness the quantum properties of light to enable ultra-secure data transmission. This next-generation technology is expected to revolutionize the internet, making it faster and more secure than ever before. The importance of rebounding and its strategic role. Rebounding plays a crucial role in controlling the flow of a basketball game. A team that dominates rebounds can dictate the pace and increase their scoring opportunities. Securing offensive rebounds creates additional chances to score, while defensive rebounds end the opponent's possession. Rebounding success depends not only on height and jumping ability, but also on positioning and timing. Strategically, teams often use rebounds to transition quickly into fast breaks, a vital aspect of modern basketball. The ability to secure rebounds often determines which team controls the game's momentum. The scientific relationship between salt and temperature. Salt has the property of raising the boiling point of water, which has practical applications in cooking. For example, adding salt to boiling water for pasta slightly increases the water's boiling point, making cooking more efficient. Salt also lowers the freezing point of water, which is why it is used in ice cream making and to prevent icy roads in winter. This temperature-altering property of salt is not only useful in cooking, but also widely applied in daily life. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, but has extreme temperature variations. Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun, is located about 36 million miles away. While it might seem logical to assume that Mercury would always have high temperatures, it actually experiences dramatic temperature swings. During the daytime, the side facing the Sun reaches scorching temperatures of about 800 degrees Fahrenheit. At night, however, the temperature drops to a freezing negative 290 degrees. These extreme variations occur because Mercury lacks a significant atmosphere. On Earth, the atmosphere acts like a thermal blanket, retaining and distributing heat to keep temperatures relatively stable. Mercury, on the other hand, only has an extremely thin layer of gases called an exosphere, composed mostly of oxygen, sodium, and potassium. This exosphere is so thin that it cannot retain heat, leaving the planet exposed to the full impact of solar radiation on one side and the freezing vacuum of space on the other. For comparison, the Moon, which also lacks an atmosphere, experiences significant temperature swings as well, with daytime highs of about 260 degrees Fahrenheit and nighttime lows of negative 280. Mercury's extremes are even more pronounced due to its closer proximity to the Sun. Unique microbial ecosystems created by volcanoes. Volcanic regions host special microorganisms that thrive in extreme conditions. These microbes are adapted to high temperatures and acidic environments, making them valuable for scientific research, particularly in the search for extraterrestrial life. For example, thermophilic microbes found in Yellowstone National Park's hot springs are being used in DNA analysis and pharmaceutical development. Elephants have a sense of humor. Elephants sometimes exhibit playful and humorous behavior, such as surprising herd members or hiding objects intentionally. This playful nature demonstrates their intelligence and helps strengthen social bonds within the herd. Compared to animals like crows or dolphins, which are also known for playful or joke-like actions, elephants' humor is tied to their social complexity and emotional depth. Oil painting creates depth through layering. One of the defining characteristics of oil painting is the ability to create depth and dimensionality by layering paint. This technique, known as layering, involves applying multiple layers of paint step by step, such as underpainting, intermediate layers, and final glazing. By allowing each layer to dry before applying the next, artists can achieve a luminous and transparent finish without muddying the colors. Masters like Vermeer and Rembrandt perfected this technique, using it to portray light and shadow with incredible realism. This level of depth and detail is challenging to achieve with other painting mediums, making oil painting unique. Muscles also contribute to immune function. Muscles not only facilitate movement but also play a role in supporting the immune system. When muscles are activated through exercise, they release substances called myokines. These myokines help reduce inflammation and enhance the function of immune cells. Studies have shown that individuals with greater muscle mass tend to be less susceptible to illness. Engaging in strength training or moderate exercise can effectively boost immunity. One of the most active volcanoes in the world and its role. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano is one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. It is located on a hot spot beneath the Pacific Plate and has been continuously active for over 300,000 years. Between 1983 and 2018, it erupted almost non-stop, with its lava flows creating new land. These flows have also allowed scientists to study how ecosystems regenerate in volcanic areas. Kilauea is a symbol of Hawaii and attracts numerous tourists who come to witness the power of nature safely up close. Yawning and the brain's switching effect. Yawning helps facilitate the brain's switching effect, allowing it to transition from one state to another. For example, yawning often occurs when transitioning from sleep to wakefulness or from a focused state to a relaxed state. This switching effect helps the brain prepare for new tasks or situations. Athletes and musicians, for instance, are known to yawn before performing. This is believed to help their brains switch to performance mode, improving focus and readiness. Yawning may act as a signal that the brain is adjusting to new demands, making it an essential part of mental preparation. Dogs understand pointing and gestures better than most animals. Dogs are one of the few animals that naturally understand pointing gestures, even if they've never been trained to follow them. Research shows that, unlike wolves, dogs are able to follow a human's finger or gaze to locate an object, making them especially responsive to human communication. This ability might have developed over thousands of years alongside humans, making dogs naturally attuned to our body language and more capable of responding to our gestures. Ants investigate the cause of their nestmate's death. Ants ants don't just remove their dead nestmates, they also seem to investigate the cause of death. If an ant dies from poison or infection, the surviving ants can learn from the situation and avoid the same danger. Research shows that ants can detect chemical signals left behind by dead ants, which helps them determine if a location is hazardous. For instance, if poison is present, ants will change their route to avoid the area. This behavior enhances the overall safety of the colony and demonstrates how even death can serve as a lesson for future survival.